Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. The local universe had some wins yesterday. Um, there was firings, hirings, and some emotional moments for those people who actually watch the shows and such. So, for example, Test got canceled and Grim and Nightmare were both fired. Then Rastov had to name his um, new co-host, which he named Grim. But then Keem hired Shockmouth as well and fired Rastov from the show because he was then selected as the new Locale Live host. Which was a tearjerker moment because he was crying happy tears and maybe anxiety tears too from the experience. Um, there were a lot of changes in the time slots, so that's going to be starting tomorrow. Cafe is going to kick off the day for at least for the Americans, right? And it will go into, I think, Madhouse, maybe? I don't remember exactly the order. Madhouse is going back to midday. We've got um, Test is going to still exist. Nightmare will be there with Tech Protect, who has to get a new name. And he made a suggestion on Madhouse last night that he should be named Daydream, and I kind of dig that. I like it. Tech Protect, I think that's a cool new screen name for you. And it pairs up well with Nightmare, right? Then they are going to push into, I think Milkers is at the same time, but Queens goes on directly after Milkers, and then Locale Live is getting the 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific, which is the actual prime time spot. So they're moving there. Aussie is going to move directly after Locale Live. No, I'm sorry. Rewind is going to stay directly after Locale Live, so they're going to get a stronger push. And then Aussie after that. And then there's a new show with Glammy and CD-ROM that is, well, it's new, but it's old. Tech Talk. So that's going to be in the middle of the night. So that's what we're looking at right now for the changes in the locale universe. What we've been seeing in recent weeks is Xylie losing her goddamn mind. She thinks she's better than she is. I mentioned this in the chat on one of the shows that if you look at her actual channel, Xylie Gets Real, she has 12K subs and less than 10% are actually watching her content. So she's not doing well. And she's jumping on every single goddamn show to insert herself and bully the hosts, interrupt their conversations, cut the content, and just, give her opinions. And it's getting old, it's getting tired. This really came to a head on Saturday morning when Nightmare was auditioning for Aussie, and Keem, Becky, and Xylie all jumped on the show and took over an hour and a half of the show, which was ridiculous. First of all, Becky, keep your trash to your own channel, for fuck's sake. Xylie, you too. So, Xylie was upset that Keem wanted to see more recaps of the other shows. And he told her specifically that's what he wants to see. Like, quick recaps, like what Drama Alert does. She specifically did not listen to him, had another rewind show on Sunday night in which she got obnoxiously drunk again, started stealing hosts from other shows to be with her while she was talking over them in her nails in the chalkboard high-pitched voice. Keem pulled the plug on Becky for being too drunk, when in fact she probably got pulled because she mentioned something about Mike, and they can't do that because there's some legality behind what's going on right now. He's been accused of DV, and he's trying to, get through that and reclaim his name, right? Whereas Becky doesn't give a shit, and she talks about things that she shouldn't talk about, right? So I think that's why the plug was actually pulled. It wasn't because she was too drunk. Because if that was his criteria, he would have pulled the plug on Xylie. She was a slobbering drug. And if it's an act, because she never seems to have a hangover the next day, which is amazing. Somebody who says that they haven't drank in like 25 years, just started drinking again at fat camp, is not having any hangovers for doing like 8 shots, and you're a type 2 diabetic. I'd love to know what your blood sugar readings are after you pull this bullshit. But anyway, she jumped into every single show yesterday doing her local universe police mode of policing their content and giving direction. Honey, you're not a boss. You're not a boss. Finally, she spurged out on Madhouse.
Oh, sorry, we don't. You're living in denial. I'm looking at the NASA.
No.
What do you mean, nope? It's right here.
We can't say her name. We can't show her face. We can't do any of that.
We can't. I didn't say her name, but I do see through the multiverse.
Can't show her face.
I'm not looking at her face. I'm looking at their child. Would you like to see their child?
No. If she's on screen, Jeffy, we're getting in trouble.
Here's the thing. If you look at the other cartoons that he did that night, the child did not look like the parents. Like, for instance, he had Zay and Twiggy paired up together, and they had a child that looked like Eric.
Oh no, I'm 54. What are you going to do to me that 54 years of life
I have
on
a
the
question.
planet? Yeah,
Jeffy.
It's Xylie.
How many times do I have to nicely ask you not to do that?
To do what? Show Keemstar in the multiverse with this woman?
Include her in the being in bed with someone else thing.
Yeah, like how many times do I have to nicely, not yell at you?
I thought you didn't want to. I don't want to talk about this right now. I can't have this conversation right now. I thought.
But you can invade my show over like a fucking thing that you could have done in the fucking DMs about.
Xylie infamously will not cover his show, and that's why he's become more and more frantic to jump on Rewind and talk about his show, which she says everybody is welcome to do. And the fact that she's mad about this bit Give me a break. You've heard way worse come out of the mouth of Billy. You are not Billy. You can't pull off what he pulls off. And, I mean, girl, reel it in, for fuck's sake.
A trip?
I didn't say you should go anywhere. I'm happy you're here, but I can't actually have a conversation with you where you are pretending to be bothered by, like when you said...
I'm not pretending. I'm literally bothered, and I've asked you nicely not to do that.
Well, I thought you were being specific about
I'm not even yelling at you.
Oh, wow. You mean we're having a real conversation?
That's actually, yeah, we are. I'm asking you nicely. Please do not put me in those scenarios with anyone.
I will not. However, just for what is clear, I thought what you were talking about was the Andy Gibbs specific scenario with the voyeur cameras. Like, oh, we're spying.
You know what?
That's what I thought you were
Maybe
talking
I
about.
should have been more specific with you because I know how you like to play with words. So yes. So let me make this very clear.
Yes, make it clear.
Do not put me in any of those type of scenarios where I am laying in bed with anyone else. I don't even care if it's another female.
Oh, well, you're not going to like number 12 then.
I have asked you not to do that.
Shut up. For love of God. There's a...
Xylie, you're part of the lolcow universe. Why do you have the softest skin? You literally, on rewind, told Buff and Zay that if they're talented, they can be successful in any time slot, and also said to Keem that he knew that if he switched rewind to the morning, you were going to curse him out. Right? The hypocrisy that comes out of your mouth is fucking astounding.
I got you.
Okay, so we can't even have a conversation. You come in and you're being a total bitch about it, and I absolutely misconstrued what you were saying. I thought you were being very specific about that one thing. Now that you've made it clear, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not a problem. I don't care. I know that you guys don't like to say the name of the lady that released the video, so I didn't
we
say.
Can't,
let me.
Yeah, we can't say the name.
Fucking finish.
This we can't.
Let me.
Yeah, we can't say the name.
Fucking finish. I understand that, and so I didn't. It sounds like, even though I haven't heard this new rule, that we can't even talk about it or show her picture. And
can't show clips about her, can't do anything about her.
Hey, you bootlicker, I hear you. And that's...
It's not a bootlicker. My job from your position is to make sure that you have a career, and this is a good part of our career.
But there is a way to communicate it that doesn't make you sound so terrified. Just say, hey, Jaffe, no, there's a new rule. You may not have seen it. Keem really wants to distance himself from that person, so instead of just not even saying her name anymore, we don't want to show her picture.
3 months ago when I told you, hey, there's people that we don't talk with, and I covered these people and say, hey, we don't talk with them at all. We don't show them at all. We don't do anything with them.
It was all over the internet the other day, all over lolcow. It doesn't matter. Just stop for a minute. Let me fucking finish my point. My point is, as it relates to Xylie, just back the fuck off, because I'm fucking over it, okay? I like Xylie, but I'm tired. I don't have time or interest in the drama. I'm doing a fucking show about shit that me and the audience are passionate about. I'm sorry if I heard you incorrectly. I genuinely am. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I don't want to make things weird for you. That was never the intention. It was supposed to be funny. In no world do I really think you and The Rock are having sex. Okay?
This is the same person who lets her co-host say that they're going to raise donos so that she can do her hoochie mama dress up and amputate a leg. Okay, all right.
Was a joke, and I appreciate that you don't want to be part of that joke, and I do appreciate you expressing it more clearly this time. Message learned, message noted, it will not happen again. But I'm tired of you coming at me like I should be grateful that you're not blowing a gasket and you're talking to me like a normal person. I don't have the time for it. I certainly don't need it. I don't need that drama. I don't need that headache in my life, especially with someone who I'm starting to genuinely form a relationship with where I say, I think she's kind of a cool person. I'm not going to be grateful that you are not yelling at me like I've earned some kind of fucking cookie. You're a goddamn grown-up. I'm a grown-up. If that is some kind of reward that I get, that you speak to me like a real person, best we don't speak at all, because I think that's the baseline of where we should be starting. That's what I'll say. Tech, Bunny, do what you want to do.
Honk, honk.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, Bobby says, I get it. Jaffe's trying to have fun and throw darts for fun. Rewind does the same thing at times, but don't take this too serious. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed that I genuinely am starting to like this person. And it's like, I have left that behind. All I can tell you is, at 54 years old, okay, I love this show. I love a lot of the people I do the show with and that I'm surrounded by. I will not subject myself to this kind of drama and this kind of childishness. Okay? If we stepped on a live wire for Xylie, I genuinely apologize. I'm a nice guy. I never want to make anyone uncomfortable. And I genuinely just heard her incorrectly, and I'm sorry about that. But my God, that kind of, who comes into somebody like that and talks to somebody that way and expects, what did she expect, I would say? Oh,
what way did she talk to you at? Because it sounded like she said, hey, I genuinely have this issue.
No,
Can we not do this in the future?
No, she came in with this kind of piss and vinegar, ready for a fight, and I'm not in the mood for it. Not fucking in the mood for it.
It didn't sound piss and vinegar to me. It sounded like she came in collected and said, I have a position that I want to make voiced and heard.
And that's wonderful you took it that way. I don't need verification of my feelings of how I took her position. Because that's not how I took it. I took it as if she thought...
Yeah, I agree with Jaffe that Xylie is purposely acting like a victim in this situation when she knows exactly where she works and what she signed up for. It's ridiculous. Her behavior has been absolutely ridiculous. This is a woman who has been jumping on people's shows who she has trash talked to no end, bullied and trash talked to no end, but then tries to show up for their wins, to just have her face on the screen so that she's a part of the win, like Cafe on Saturday.
I was like going behind her back and fuck you, Xylie. And I wasn't doing that. I honestly didn't know what she was talking about. When she originally said, hey, please don't do that. I thought she was talking specifically about it's the voyeuristic stuff. She thinks that's creepy. Sorry. Okay. Let's move on. Let's get to the super chats. Alex Jones.
But it's really not her business. It's not her business to determine the content of Jaffe's show. And if she doesn't like it, then she needs to have one of her docket team members watch it instead and give her show notes so that she can just recap it on her show per Keem's instructions that she didn't follow on Sunday night, and he had to jump on Rewind on Monday night and restate everything that he said on Saturday morning. She's full of herself. She doesn't think she needs to actually take direction from her boss.
Says which number has Xylie in it. I mean, look, I'm not going to do it. I'll make you a new one tomorrow. Yeah. But I don't know, you're pals with Xylie. Bunny, what's going on? What do you think's happening? What am I missing here with this lady?
I don't know. I guess she meant don't include her in anything sexual. And
we won't. But I mean, why is she such a pain in my ass? What's the fucking big deal? It's like, I'm sure, has she never had a fucking, anybody in her life, have a miscommunication issue with her? I mean...
I'm sure she has. Maybe she didn't know that it was a miscommunication and she
she thought you knew, and then it turned out you didn't know.
No,
and then now
No, she has personal beefs, and she thinks that she's big enough in this universe that she can go on and just bash people and give them crap. Period. She talks more shit about the people around her than anybody else in the universe. And, you talk about like queens versus milkers, etc., etc. At least they keep their beefs just between those two shows. Generally the other beefs that are going on are between two shows. Xylie's got a problem with fucking everyone in the universe.
we all know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just annoyed. Shut up, lolcow Larry. Fuck you. I'm tired of all the bullshit. I'm sick of it. We fucking bust our asses for this show. We think it's a great show. We love the fans of this show. I honestly, don't.
The world of manufacturing is
This show. I honestly, don't. If you're a host and the only reason you're coming in is to bitch at me, just don't. If you want to come in and talk about cool shit, weird shit, ghosts, UFOs, dead bodies, all that shit, and you don't mind things being a little rough because we're exploring these things, this is the place for you. But I can't handle all this bullshit. I mean, my God, it's not my world. I don't come from this world. I don't want to give a fuck about how upset Xylie is today. Go to a therapist. I'm busy. I'm done. What do you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Sunshine.
I like sunshine.
And
Someone said I should change my name to Daydream.
What's that?
Someone said I should change my name to Daydream. Because Keemstar wants me to change my name, right? It's hard to say Tech Protect. It's hard to say Joffrey for him. So someone's like, you should be Daydream with Nightmare.
Frog says we blame NASA for this kerfuffle. You goddamn right. What I will tell you,
this is
Mish,
NASA's fault.
Mish and Alex, we will make it up to you tomorrow with something special because I don't want to run the risk of, poking the bear that we're all supposed to be so fucking scared. Who does this? Who lives their life this way? Shut up, Xylie.
Employees.
No, I'm not an employee. Okay, I haven't worked for somebody for 15 fucking years, and I don't need to work for somebody.
They're 1099s, which means they're contract employees. And so it's, they're hired in as a talent to perform a specific task at their own convenience. That's what 1099 does. Some time can be scheduled, but the rest of the time when they're organizing for their shows and everything else, that is at their leisure. That's what a 1099 contractor is. And she seems to forget this, that Jaffe is a successful game maker. He is independently wealthy. He doesn't need this. He literally does it because he has so much fun doing it. And when you look at his audience compared to her audience, they are more intelligent. She has an ignorant audience that uses the word inbred and the R word. And she attracts stupid. And that's because she is stupid.
Like Keem. Keem seems to respect me. I respect him. I respect a lot of people in this network, but I did not sign up to fucking be a step and fetch it where it's like, yes, sir, Keemstar, whatever you want. Oh, Xylie says this, do that. I'm fucking here as an entertainer. I'm here as a goddamn artist just like everybody else. And if that's not good enough, that's okay. We told Keemstar last night. We said
I hear you.
Yeah, well then hear me loud.
We're just employees to Keem.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Is what I would say. You know what I've fucking done? You know what I still fucking do? You know how much entertainment me and teams, including this one right here, you two guys have brought to people? You think I'm gonna fucking sit around and put up with this kind of fucking Bugs Bunny bullshit? Stay the fuck off or say goodbye, Jaffe. Like I told Keem, I have had a great time on this network. I've met a lot of really good people. I like being here. But I've just about had it up to here acting like I'm supposed to, join some kind of fucking cult and everybody's got to fall in line. Sorry, not happening. Don't need it, don't want it, never going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, the Xylie one, that's a different conversation. The Keemstar one for sure is just like, hey, the guy, the employee is like...
I like Keemstar. I mean, I have no Keemstar issue. I'm saying that, I'm not going to walk around on fucking eggshells because it's Keemstar or Xylie or Eric or anyone else or Brantley. I'm here to work. I'm here to provide a product. I'm here to provide a service. I respect the fact that that service may no longer be desired at some point, be it now or hopefully very far down the road. But I refuse to fucking kowtow to bullies. Not happening. Now, let's add some fucking money up, bitch. You can do it. Where are we at?
377.
So anyway, that is the last episode of a locale show that I saw her jump into. She did not jump into Test last night as far as I could tell. I don't think I was awake for the whole thing. And she did not jump into Aussie this morning. Hopefully she won't jump into Cafe, and she's learned her goddamn lesson. Like, stay away from these shows and let them build their own content. He's absolutely right. They're all entertainers. She keeps talking about how Billy made her a better entertainer. What the fuck is entertaining about what you do? Whining all the time? Then complaining about people who are whining for the same reason you are? What the hell is entertaining in what you do? Amazing. I will link the Madhouse episode in the description if you want to see the whole thing. They are going to be doing a San Diego meetup on Sunday in Old Town to do some ghost hunting at the Whaley house, and I think they're staying at a hotel that's haunted locally, and they're also going to go through the most haunted graveyard. So they have some really cool things that they're going to be doing this weekend, and I'm sure Xylie's not going to fucking cover it because she's that much of a bitch. So there you go. If I was Keem, I would give her a punishment. And I would say, no more interrupting these shows. Don't do it. You are cucking the content. Anywho, that's my 2 cents. It is Wednesday. Survivor and the Amazing Race is on tonight. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these changes work out tomorrow. Because that's when they get implemented. Take care, everybody. If you liked the content, please like the stream that I just did. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Take care.